welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello, my name is Megan. Today I'm going to do my November bi-weekly budget number 1, Budget With Me. This is from October 30th to November 12th, so I'll just write 30th to 12th, and this is number 1. Just so you know, this page is from printacalendar.com. It's my monthly view. I go through it in my November monthly budget with me. And then this is my budget sheet. It's from my Etsy shop. It's called BudgetQueenShop, so go check it out. And I know this is a little early, but my budget again starts on the 30th. Right after my trip, I will be starting this budget. So I'm going on my trip from the 23rd to the 3rd. So it kind of overlaps a bit, which is fine because my expenses are going to be very low. It'll technically only be from the 4th to the 12th, but I still have to make all these bill payments and still track the paydays, so that is why I'm going back until the 30th. So we're going to do income at the top. My husband does get 2 weeks off. He got his vacation pay. He only ended up taking 80 hours of vacation pay instead of like the whole 3,000. So we're looking at around 1,600 to 1,700. But because I base it on his wage being 1,500 or 3,000 a month, I'm going to stick with what I budgeted. And then for myself, I am getting support from the government, and I make $450 a week, so that is $900. So in total, we have $2,400 to work with. Again, I don't budget in my variable income just because all that money goes right to debt. So that is that. Not a lot of income for how much bills I have to pay, but I'm planning on rolling over any trip money, and then my husband's income, like I said, will be around $1,600 to $1,700. So the budget might look a little bit weird, but as the money comes in, I will adjust as I go, and that's why we have an actual column to show you guys exactly what I spent. So bills, we have lots of bills. So Jeep, that comes out on the 30th. I didn't print the October monthly calendar just because I didn't want to waste a whole page just from 2 days. So I just have up here Friday the 30th and exactly what I need to pay. I'm going to do rent. I save $500 every 2 weeks for rent, and then on the first of the month I have $1,000. But on this payday, I don't need to technically save that $500 because I already have that $1,000 in my account. So I'm going to push it until I get paid on the 4th. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, I forgot to write $267.33, and then rent $500. Like I just said, I have my rent already for the 1st. This rent is just paying for December's rent. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, anyways, let's move on. We have preschool. I have subsidy for half of my son's schooling. He goes 2 days a week to preschool, so $59.48 is what we pay. We also pay bank fees. There's no way around this. I like going into the bank, so that's just that. 31st, and that is $29.90. Then we have my husband's iTunes right around that time, so I'm gonna put that in. That's the 3rd, and that's $1.35. Then we go to electric, the 5th, $181, and Jeep insurance, the 7th, that is $175.19. Then we have Wi-Fi due on the 8th, that is $85.80, and that is that. So that's all of the bills that we have, and that equals out to $1,305, which is kind of weird, but whatever. I'm going to skip over the expenses for a second. I'm going to go right to debt. We have my US credit card that I need to pay for. This is my minimum interest and then exchange rate, so I pay $300 every month for that credit card. $300. And then other, we have our trip. With my husband's paycheck on the 30th, we are paying for the way home. So the second we are leaving, we're gonna stay overnight halfway and then get home on the 3rd. It's a very long 10 to 12 hour car ride. and I want to break it up in 2 days just because I have young kids. And so on the way there, I'm going to give us $600, and that's $600. So I hope that makes sense. Again, my husband's payday is on the 30th. $600 of that money will go to trip expenses to come home. If you haven't watched my trip budget already, please go do that. It explains everything in the video, all of my expenses and that kind of stuff. So if I actually have any money left over from the budget money going there, I will use that, and then I'll cut down on this amount of money that I use there, because when it comes to expenses, there is only $200 to work with. So groceries, I'll show you guys in a second here. Groceries, gas, eating out, my husband's spending, my spending, kids, household, and other. So what I did to get this number is I took my income, subtracted bills, debt, and the trip money, and I have $199.95 to work with, which is not a lot. So I'm going to put that under groceries because that's the most important part. We don't need gas because we'll have that from our trip budget. We don't need to eat out. We don't need allowances. The kids already have all their stuff and nothing is going to pop up. Again, this is just a budget. This is based on my husband's $1,500 income. So I'll just kind of explain a little bit. Again, this is not accurate. I want to roll over some money from our trip. Say if we don't use that whole $600, when we come home, I can use some of that to our expenses. Again, this technically is from the 4th to the 12th. So we can live off of $200 in 1 week. I hope this makes sense. It is very confusing because I have overlapping budgets, but I hope I was able to explain it well enough. This also can be bumped up by my husband's income and that as well. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will answer them. I'll try to explain this again in the best of my abilities for you guys. And also, sorry I didn't film yesterday. I know I said I was going to film almost every day this week, so I had to take a break yesterday. It's just been a long week getting ready for our trip. I hope you guys didn't mind that there was no video yesterday, but I have lots of videos planned. I might pre-film some, get them all ready, and post them on Friday and Saturday. It depends how much time I have on Thursday. Editing and whatnot, it takes a long time. So that is that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this very confusing, very quick budget. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.